welcome to Road Rants. Something a little different in this particular rant. I'd like to address this rant to a certain group of people in particular, even though I don't know who they are, to whom it may concern on the board of directors or whatever there is at Best Buy. I have a little gripe, okay? Something that you should be aware of. Now, the topic of this rant is something that I actually have addressed before. I hate to be repetitious on this show, but this is something I did talk about. It did concern Best Buy and a very similar problem, but this was just ridiculous, and I really think I should talk about it and bring it to the attention of you people that are running the show, okay? Just pay attention. I go to Best Buy, for certain electronic needs. I get some video games there. I bought my laptop there and some other stuff. And most recently, I was in the market for what they call a digital camcorder. Now, you might be thinking, geez, Dean and Cola, what are you going to do? Have 2 camera angles on this show? No. But I am going to have multiple camera angles on some song performances that are coming up. So many people have been bugging me about song performances. And I wanted to get a different camcorder because I have another one, but it's kind of, it's feeling its age. And also, I figure, hey, why not get a high-def camera? So this way, when I do my digital zooms and everything, they won't look so lousy. Now, I'm not a big fan of HD. I did another rant on that. I just think it's unnecessary. But for this kind of thing, it could help. So I looked around at some HD cameras, and I found a good one, the Sony Handycam HDR CX150. The camera I'm using right now is a Sony Handycam, so I figured it makes sense to get another Sony Handycam. All software be compatible and everything. And I looked at this camera, and I looked at a few others, and this one seemed to be the best choice. A little expensive, $499, but actually when I first looked at it, it was during the holidays, and it was $449. I looked at this camera for a while, and the guy in the store was helping me out and everything, and after finally deciding, you know what, I'm going to buy the camera, see if it suits my purposes, and if not, we'll just take it back. I finally made the decision to get the camera, and they were out of stock. Fitting. So now this was right after that big snowstorm we had in New York a couple weeks ago. So he told me that, they missed a few deliveries because of the snow. Come back next week, they should have a few in stock. Okay, so I came back next week, they were not in stock. A week after, I called the store ahead of time just to save myself a trip. None in stock. And it was actually on my second trip to the store to buy the thing that they told me that they might have some in stock in other stores. They told me they had a few in Valley Stream. And then when I called them, they told me they don't have any in stock at the one in Westbury that I go to. And then they told me they might have one in stock in Flushing and a couple other places. So I figured, okay, I don't really feel like driving out to these places. Let me just wait on for it to come into Westbury. But, after a couple of weeks, I'm thinking, let me just get this show on the road, huh? So I called up some of the other stores, and they don't have any in stock. Furthermore, they're telling me they don't even carry it. The place in Westbury told me they don't even carry the camera. I said, yeah, you do carry it because I saw it on a display there, okay? So, the girl had to go and check and found a camera as well. We don't seem to have any on order. It might be a discontinued item. A discontinued item? How could it be a discontinued item? It's not like this thing is 20 years old and they're deciding it's a little obsolete. So basically, I'm getting different stories from different people, and some people tell me we're out of stock, we don't have any on order. Then I happen to pass by the store, going somewhere else out there, check in, and they say we have a few on order. They should be there next week. I call the store next week, they don't have any on order, and I'm thinking this is just ridiculous. Can't somebody get their story straight? So finally, I look up on the website to see if I could buy this thing on the website. I already missed out on the damn sale and the waive of the restocking fee in case I want to return the thing. So I check on the website. Now, a couple of people told me that they couldn't even find this on the website. To those people, bullshit! Found it on the website in one search, okay? So I see the thing, I look at it, it's the exact camera that I was looking at in the store, and I'm looking at the shipping time, thinking, should I order it online? I wonder if I can return it at the store. I don't know if you can or you can't. But then I should check availability. And it says that they have these cameras in a couple of stores, including the one in Valley Stream. Now, it did say unavailable for the one in Westbury and the one in Flushing that I had already called up. But it said available at Valley Stream. Didn't specify how many they had on hand, but it said they were available. So I called the store the next day, because it was late at night when I found this, and I talked to the girl, and, well, the first thing they do is they put me on hold for 10 goddamn minutes and then don't answer the phone. So I had to call back. So I finally talked to this girl. I will not disclose her name, but she was actually very helpful, so maybe I should disclose her name, but I won't anyway because I'm mean. And she said that they don't have any in stock. And, there's none on order. It seems like, I said, it says on a website that you have this camera available. Now is where we come to a little bit of ridiculousness. She says, well, I'm not seeing any computer for black. Let me check, see if we have any blue ones. Wouldn't you know it? They had the blue one in stock. Now, in case this has reached the ears of anybody of any importance at Best Buy, please forgive my unprofessionalism with this next statement. What the f*** is that about? It was the same thing with the MP3 player, okay? They don't carry it anymore. Why? Because it's a different color. The exact same piece of equipment, a different color, and they don't carry it anymore. This was the same goddamn camera. And it wasn't even an extreme example, like I said in my other rant, where one was pink with purple hearts or anything like that, and the other was just black. This was black and dark metallic blue. Is anybody really going to be all that picky about that? Is anybody really going to care? Who is going to gripe about that? No, I only want it if it comes in blue. Especially with a camera. Of all the things that camera is going to film, the one thing that it's not going to film is itself. Unless you point it in a mirror, but what would be the point of that? And even then, it's only going to be able to see its front lens and the viewfinder. Okay, so you see the color there. If you want to get a good all-around look at it, you're going to have to set it up with a whole bunch of mirrors. And if you're doing that, you're a complete idiot, and nobody should care what color you want the goddamn thing in. I told the girl on the phone, do you really think that I care what color this is? Is the color going to affect the functioning? Maybe a little bit more mean than I should have been. Actually, no, I take that back. I should always be extremely mean. It's my f***ing nature. I just thought this was absolutely unbelievable. According to them, this camera, they don't have it. They're not going to have it anytime soon. I should just f*** off if I'm looking to buy it. That is, unless I just want to take the blue one. I didn't even specify a color, okay? Why, if you don't specify a color, why would it come of any importance? If she had asked me, do you want the blue one or the black one? I would have said, I don't care. Either one is fine. She would have checked for both of them. How do I know that they don't have blue cameras? How do I know that in the back room at the Best... Yeah, that's right. I almost did say Best Buy West Buy. But how do I know at that place they don't have 5,000 of these things sitting in the back room? They're just blue. What a waste of time. So I told them, hold on to this camera for me. I'm coming down to buy it. Turns out they have 2 new and 2 in an open box discount. So I go down to the store. It takes me long enough to get somebody's attention to find one of these things for me. The guy's got to look around. And finally he finds one of the ones that's in an open box. I check it out, make sure there's no problems with it, you know. Basically opened up the box, took a look inside, made sure everything was there, wasn't banged up or anything, that I wasn't going to get ripped off with this. Went over the specifics, and I saved $150 on this camera because it was in an open box. Not the first time I've had something like that happen. So I decided to clarify everything. I'm going to buy the camera, I'm going to give it a test, see if it suits my purposes, whether it's worth the amount of extra money it is to get basically the same camera without the high def feature. It's a couple of $100 difference. And okay, everything's squared away, and I take the camera home. And actually, I opened it up in the truck first and took a look at it. And it was dark, it was night, so it was something that I failed to notice. You know, it was something I just overlooked because it wasn't of really any importance to me. And I didn't notice it. Now, just that same night, we had rehearsal with NYBD. I figured what better time to test out the camera. And I brought it to the rehearsal, I turned it on. Another good thing about the camera is it's flash memory. It won't shut itself off because of the vibration like this camera will. And I was pleased to find that it filmed a good deal of our rehearsal session, not all of it, because the time limit on it. And then at some point, during rehearsal, when I was checking the camera to make sure it was filming everything nicely and, you know, no problems, something occurred to me. Take a guess what color that blue camera was. That's right, people. The camera that I got was a f***ing black one that they didn't have in stock! It was unbelievable that I had to go through all this shit for no reason at all. People that run Best Buy, what the f*** is with your system? What are you people doing? Does this make any sense? Is this is this supposed to help or something? Help people find the color of equipment that they want? Like it's some kind of big deal? It didn't help me any, okay? I went weeks without getting that camera, and I almost bought it somewhere else or looked for it online or something like that because it looked like they weren't gonna have it. Turned out all it was is they weren't gonna have it in that color, even though they did anyway. It was an unbelievable, stupid waste of my time, and you people need to overhaul your system, okay? I'm gonna say it plain out. You need to overhaul your system. Oh, well, what do you know about running a business? You're just a guitar player. Listen, I'm intelligent, okay? And whoever came up with this system is obviously not intelligent. There is no reason why I should not be able to find a camera because it's a different color and then find out that it's not even a different color. Now, I don't know what it is that led to this confusion. I don't know what it says in the computers. I don't know how they have their system organized, but whatever it is, it needs to be corrected, okay? You people are inefficient. Efficiency is one of the keys to running a good business. I know that much. And inefficient systems like that confuse people and mislead customers and make people go looking all over the place and find out something isn't in stock just because they were looking for something in a different color that doesn't even matter anyway. Do you call that efficient? Is that good customer service? Is that a good way to run things? I don't think it is. And in case you haven't figured out, I really hate having my time wasted, and that's what happened with this whole situation. I had my time wasted. I drove out to stores to buy things that weren't there. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of gas. And a waste of gas is a waste of money. You see what the price of gas is doing? It's going up, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. Wasted my money. And you know something? Wasting my money is just as good as stealing my money. You know what I did to the last person that stole my money? I don't think you do. Even though the cops probably do. Now, you can throw whatever excuses you want at me as to why things should be like this. They shouldn't, okay? Whatever you have to say is invalid, unless it's, yes, Dina Cola, you're absolutely right, we're going to overhaul our system right now and make color not an issue when buying a f***ing piece of equipment that has nothing to do with what color it is. That's all I want to hear. If you disagree with me, you're an idiot. That's all, okay? That's all. For some of you people might be thinking, Jesus Christ, Dina Cola, do you really, if you send this video to the people that run Best Buy, do you really think they're going to take you seriously? Yelling and screaming and cursing and threatening people and all this stuff? Well, yeah, I do, okay? It's my nature. I never claim to be nice, but I'm a pissed off customer, and I think you should be concerned, especially since this pissed off customer has a show that not a whole lot of people watch, but it's a show nonetheless. And it's a damn good one if I do say so myself. And if you don't watch this show, well then you'll never hear this message. But f*** you anyway. This has been Road Rants, and I'll see you later. Best Buy people, you better heed my words.